welcome back to my channel for one of the most highly anticipated LP parts yet on my channel. This time we are going to do the final decision, I guess you could say, in the Bachelorette part number 19 for The Sims 4. So I just want to go ahead and get some things out of the way since this is a highly anticipated part. A lot of emotions from all sides are involved and all of that jazz, and considering what happened in the previous part, we're at an even all-time high for, you know, some things to go awry. So I just want to keep in mind, I just want you guys to understand really quick, this is a game. There is no need to take it personally, to be personal, to attack others, to attack me, to be negative, condescending. There's just no reason for any sort of hate whatsoever. At the end of the day, it's a game. I put a lot of effort into creating this series, in creating the intros for The Sims, to creating the intro for the channel, the everything, just everything. So much goes into it. And if you think for a second that I have predetermined who's going to win, that is complete horseradish. Because first of all, I'm not psychic. Second of all, I really don't care who wins. To be honest, it doesn't change my life. And the main point is to find love for a specific sim that I have created. It honestly does not matter. I chose every single sim to be in this challenge because I love them, because I felt like they were a good fit for this specific sim. Yes, I may put in some that in there that I knew weren't going to be ideal, that probably weren't, love at first sight material. But hey, you know what? Love works in mysterious ways. So I'm going to let you know that every time I do a series, it's still very much in beta testing, because I've only done The Bachelor, and now we're doing The Bachelorette, and I'm working out my kinks, and the new LPs are added, or new, I guess you could say, packs have been added, new expansions and things like that. So it kind of changed the dynamic of the gameplay a lot. But I go in this with complete fairness. I go in this with complete, openness. I'm very optimistic who would win. I don't care who wins, as long as it's good for the sim in the end. So just keep that in mind. I'm not out here to dupe or stoop anybody. That's silly. And I really hope that you guys can keep, the comments tasteful and not attack each other, because what happened in The Bachelor, with the whole Dahlia situation, gosh, it was crazy. It was absolutely freaking nuts. And I'm not going to have any tolerance. I was very almost kind of sappy in that. I really hated to see that many people upset. But at the end of the day, this is the kind of series that it is, and people are going to get upset. And if it's going to be to the point where, people can't handle it, I'm not talking to a couple of people. I'm talking to a lot of people were pissed, in the whole Nolan Campbell Dahlia situation, for the first ever Bachelor. It almost made me not even want to do The Bachelorette. I'm so serious. So I'm not saying that, I'm not saying you can't have an opinion. I'm not saying that you can't say what you feel and mean it. I'm just saying be kind of conscientious of, the fact that these are Sims, I'm a person, and the people that you're talking to on the internet are real people. They don't have feelings. Sorry, Miriam, but we do. Do you get what I'm saying? So just be conscious of what you're saying. And it's gotten to the point where if you guys are just going to thumb down the video because of a decision I made, or you didn't like that decision, and not necessarily the context or the whole purpose of the video, then I'm gonna disable comments, and I will disable ratings. And if it gets to the point where it's just gonna be a hate fest, I never disable comments, but I'm not gonna allow other people to attack each other and attack me verbally. I'm not about that life. There's a difference between having an opinion and just being flat out rude. And I'm 27 years old. I do know the difference, and I'm sure you guys do too. So Jen's getting a little serious here, but if we can't keep it cool, we all gonna have to we're gonna mute the whole damn thing, okay? And I don't want to do that. This is such a fun thing, So anyways, yada yada yada, Jen's just blabbing her lips, but it's so stupid that I even have to say this, but really though, let's just keep it legit. Let's just keep it 100 with each other, okay? Opinions, welcome. Nasty comments, not so much, okay? Anyway, about what happened with Q in the previous part. Woo! Wow. I got to the point where I almost didn't even want to film. I didn't even want to film the last part because I didn't know what the freaking hell to do. It just changed everything. It threw me for a loop. And there was a couple of people saying, Jen, you could have exited it out just like that of the interaction and all would have been fine. No, that's not true. I could have done that. Sure. But it wouldn't have changed the fact that the thought was already in his head. He had already consciously put it out there that I just want to like, take it out on this woman. Instead of, maybe bottling up like all the other men did. There's been so much jealousy, so much of it in this LP, and not one person has even thought of laying a hand upon Miriam. Now, if it would have been the case where, say, Al got jealous and he wanted to slap Miriam and I exited out of it, but I had Q do it, there might have been a little bit of unfairness going on there. That I would agree with. But I'm sorry, he thought it. He thought it, so I let him do it. I'm not going to lie. Like, I could have exited it, but it wouldn't have changed anything. Get what I'm saying? Okay, cool. All right, so we're going to go ahead and keep it moving and grooving. And we're going to go ahead and see kind of how the day goes. Now, I know it may be pretty obvious to a lot of you, how this sort of thing typically would end up. But Miriam has been on the website or a whole bunch of websites this morning, just vigorously looking up, how she should handle this situation, how one would handle this situation if it happened to them. And, she's finding some really reassuring articles, but at the end of the day, she's also finding, that she's not really willing to repeat the things that have happened to her in the past. Her husband was extremely abusive, verbally, physically. He was just a really nasty person. And she totally understands, like, people sometimes they let themselves go, and they don't think rationally. And honestly, as much as fascinating facts, oh, that's cute. And as much as she would just love to be able to look the other way and bat her pretty eyes and pretend nothing happened, and she tried doing that on the date with Q yesterday. She really, really did. It's not for her. She is not going to forsake, her integrity or her respect for herself for love. Do you get what I'm saying? She did that in her marriage for so long. She did that for her marriage, and she put herself almost second to what she really rightfully deserved. And I think that's what she's trying to think. Like, her heart's torn. Her heart is torn. Her heart is literally bleeding right now because of what happened with Q. And as much as she wants to just be like, all is forgiven, all is well, I don't know if she was able to do that today. And we'll see what happens, I mean, I don't really know what her decision is. If it was earlier in the game, I do believe I would have kicked him out and brought, either somebody else back, or we would have just continued the challenge without him. But the thing is it is such a, almost it's too far gone situation that I'm not able to do that. I'm not able to just be like, hey, unfortunately this part got botched, but this is the beauty in the Bachelor and Bachelorette series is that anything can happen. Anything. And it's so unpredictable, even though you may think that it is predictable. It isn't. Anything can happen. Nobody predicted that this was going to happen, that Q in the end would end up doing this. And, maybe from here on out might be a little predictable, but that was a huge blow. That was such a huge blow for so many people. And the majority of you, not to go back to that, but the majority of you handled it extremely well. And I love your opinions. I even put a poll on my website and I was like, should we just say, hey, nobody gets to be with her or does Q? And I mean, you guys kind of spoke for yourselves on that one. So I thank you for your input. I really do. But let's just try to carry out the rest of the day as happily as we possibly can. You can feel this silence in the air that Miriam's so just kind of withdrawn from everything and feeling sad too. She feels horrible for what happened, and Q feels bad too. I mean, I'm going to speak for him for a minute. He does. That is not what he wanted to advocate, that he's an abusive person, because he isn't. Literally it was an act of, he knows he's stupid for doing that. He knows he freaking messed up. Like, let's be real. He knows that he is the gigantic butthole of buttholes right now. He knows that. And he knows that because of that, he probably lost somebody he really cared about. And he lost her respect. And he obviously didn't have respect for her. Has he ever hit a woman before? No. He's never hit anybody before. But he's also never been in a situation where he's cared so much. And I'm not justifying what he did. But sometimes emotions play such a huge role on our feelings. But at the end of the day, you guys, no matter what he felt or what anyone feels, that does not give him the right to put hands on anybody, whether it be female, male, a freaking gerbil, for God's sakes. So although it's excusing his behavior or giving excuses for his behavior. I am letting you know what played in the rash action that he displayed in the last part. So don't confuse it for me advocating sympathy for people who hit people, because that's not really what I was trying to get at. But just so you guys are reading between the lines there. But I don't know. Bruno's actually pretty happy. He feels like he has this one in the bag, you know. He's up here playing some damn video games. Miriam's over here, you know, trying to relax a little bit. I think she actually may go out for a little bit and grab a cup of coffee and just think. She's still thinking. She's still trying to figure out what she's going to do, who she's going to choose. Now, obviously, what we're going to do at this end of the series, and I think I'm going to actually put this in the rules. There's so many, after this Bachelorette challenge, I'm going to revisit my rules and kind of add in some stuff, take away some stuff. I thought about the well thing with Bruno, and I definitely think that that's a huge advantage, and that shouldn't be allowed. It's not cheating necessarily, but it's a disadvantage to the other players, so I don't think we'll do that again. Again, we're beta testing here, okay? You're my little beta fish. So, yeah, I think I'm going to revisit the rules and change up a couple things. Add in some exceptions, add in some cool things to make it a little bit harder, a little more spontaneous. You know, I definitely learned a lot in this one. I definitely did. I feel like the one with Nolan Campbell went really smooth. I feel like it was pretty much flawless. But then this one was a little more rocky, but God, it was one of the best ones ever. Like, let's just be real. Like, the drama. Oh my God, what are we doing? There's like a 3 people. What are we having? The threesome in here? Like, this is, come on, girl. Take your little naps and get the hell out. Like, okay, you're disgusted, but you're staring at my nip-nops. And then Q's over here freaking playing in the bubbles. Like, wow. But yeah, I mean, there's just, I don't know. This has been good. This has been so much fun. I'm going to be real with you guys. I loved this challenge, this series, and all that jazz. But what we're going to do that's a little bit different than, I think, what we did with Nolan Campbell is how we, you know, picked the one and had her come out, or I don't really remember. But I'm going to have both of, I think we did have the 2. I can't remember. It was Tatiana and Marcella, correct, at the end? Or no? It was, see, I can't even remember. It was Tatiana and Dalia at the end. That's right. And I don't remember if we had them both come out, and then Nolan picked from there, or we had picked, you know, Tati, and then we had Dali, whatever, have her go home. But what we're going to do this time around is we're going to have both of the boys come out, and then she's going to make her decision right in front of them, like, literally just... Hopefully she doesn't get smacked again. That's the only thing, because otherwise we be out. So, and then for the Life After the Bachelor, I'm still thinking of how I want to execute that one. I'm not exactly sure how I want to do that. I don't know if I want to play them a little off camera and then kind of be like, hey, you know, life update. This is what they've been doing, and then we could play a couple parts from there, or just be like life update period, and then this is kind of like what happened after the Bachelor, and like do it almost like a machinima form. I don't know. You guys can give me ideas of how you think we should execute that, but I will totally, I'll totally figure it out. So let's see. Was she hungry? Oh yeah, she wants to, let's get a cannoli. So right now she just kind of needed to get out of the house. She needed to go grab a cup of Joe. She needed to just kind of, his shoes are shining. My son's here. Hang on a second, people. So in actuality, she just needed to kind of get out of the house a little bit. Sorry. I had to go open the door for my son, and apparently Jennifer is really out of shape because, girl, she breathing heavy today. Anyway, I am just going to let her have her cannolis, and she's just going to chill the hell out, relax, think about Miriam and what she wants to do in her life, pretty much. But yeah, this is good. This is totally good for her just to kind of relax and get out of there, because it's almost been... You know, it's been kind of rough just being in that house with those boys. And, did you buy me a cup of coffee? No. He's like, I'm sorry. Here's the lady on The Bachelor. Oh, it's Bachelorette. She's like totally going to steal his coffee. I was going to have her go do that. Actually, I'm going to let her go ahead and have a cup of Joe too, because that just sounds utterly delicious. Let's go ahead and grab let's do a Americano for Miriam Feliciano. Yeah, that sounds great. Oh, she feels so good to be out and just kind of doing her own thing solo dolo a little bit. That scared her. I thought that was cute. I'm like, oh God, what are you doing here? I don't think they can show up like that, but it did scare her because she thought it was him for a second. She's like, I'm just trying to be alone right now. All right, so I'm gonna have her come sit, and she's gonna finish her cannolis, and whatever the hell. I don't know. We have about 3 more hours until elimination. This guy is such a creep. He goes up, he comes back. It's like, dude, are you trying to have a conversation with me? Like, if you're going to sit down next to me, at least say hi. I'm not going to lie. Miriam gets all the guys, like all of them. Like, do you see this? She's here and like men are just like throwing themselves at her. It's kind of freaking funny. It is a little silly, but yeah, she's totally like, hey. I don't know, guys. I'm sorry that I'm like so speechless lately because I just don't know where to go from here. I'm thinking, I'm thinking in my head, like, who do we pick? Who do we go with? And yeah, it is a decision. It is a choice because, nobody, I don't know. I don't want to say nobody's perfect because then it's like, I don't know. I don't know if I can judge until I've ever been in that person. I'm just not, I don't know. It's so rough because I don't want to say anything. I don't want to say the right thing. I don't want to say the wrong thing. I just don't know. I don't know. Okay. I don't know. I don't know what to say. I don't know what to do, but let's go ahead and have her kind of go out. We're going to have her go down to the waterfront here, and she's just going to look out into the ocean and kind of think about, where she's going to go from here. Maybe I'll even have her make like a confident painting, just something to remember this moment by. And I hope it like pertains to what she's doing, but I'm going to let her go ahead and paint a little bit and, create something to remember this moment by, because this is such a huge moment in Miriam's life. Like, it's almost like, take two on the decision that she had to make when she decided to leave her husband. It's very similar to that because, again, she can either choose to repeat history, essentially, or she can choose a new path. And sometimes choosing that new path, it's so uncomfortable because, again, like, I feel like we didn't really get to know the bachelors as much as we did in the Bachelor when we got to know the bachelorettes. But, I'm not sure, I feel like I need to follow my gut and follow my heart a little bit more in the next Bachelor or Bachelorette. Because I'm not sure if I did that much this part. Like I said, I allow you guys to have such a huge influence in my LPs that sometimes I don't really, I give into more what you guys are thinking than what she feels. But sometimes I do believe that you guys are the non-biased party and you guys probably can see like on a third person perspective of what, who really has a bigger connection with Miriam. So I try not to let my emotions play too much into it. Otherwise Al would still be here. Anyway, let's go ahead and head on home. The coffee was great. The cannolis were delish. The painting came out okay. And it's 3:00, you guys. It's time to make this heart-wrenching decision and, and move on and go from here. Whew, I'm actually so nervous. Oh my God. I am. Oh my gosh. Okay, Q's like came out and what is he doing? Oh, he gave her a kiss. He's like, I just want you to know that I'm really sorry for everything that happened. And that is incredibly sweet. Like, that is so sweet of him. But I feel like in a way he's kind of kissing culito right now. I do. I feel like he really, really, really is. So either way, whatever, it doesn't matter. I'm gonna come upstairs and I'm gonna get everybody kind of dressed, and the boys are gonna just wear their tuxes, but I'm going to have Miriam kind of get into something a little more extravagant and elegant because this is such a huge, defining moment here where we're gonna pick who exactly we're gonna be with. And, I'm kind of interested to see how the life after The Bachelor plays out. Like, if they're going to, I don't know. I don't want to give any spoilers or anything because I tell you guys too much sometimes. But I'm just interested. I'm really interested in seeing how this all works out. But here she is. She looks so different. Okay, so for today, we're going to do something I'm going to try to do as extravagant as I possibly can. Let me go ahead and find some cool new stuff that I have. Here's actually this hairstyle. I really love this hair on her. Oh my goodness. So beautiful. I'm going to take off her makeup and then I'm going to give her back her eyeballs because that looks so weird. Actually, I like these ones a lot better. She wears colored contacts sometimes. We're going to do these ones. Those look cute. I also have these ones, but I don't really like those as much as I love those. And then there's these ones as well, but I actually think these are kind of my favorite. I think. I'm not sure. Right? Are these the ones that I use? Yes, they are. Okay, so these are like one of my favorite pairs of eyes. And I have them on my website if you guys are interested. Kim is wearing these eyes, but the non-default version. So like you can also set them as like, you know, genetic eyeballs, or you can come in here and apply them. So it seems. Look how different she would look like with dark eyes. That's pretty. But yeah, I'm going to go ahead and give her some eyes. It's so weird. I'm going to give her eyeballs, guys. I don't know what she had before, but we're going to give her some eyeballs. And then I really love to add in like these like lashes here with the liner, because it just kind of fills them up a little bit. Like even this too looks really freaking exotic. This woman has some beautiful ojos. Like let me tell you, her eyes are absolutely freaking breathtaking. Whew, girl, I hope you wore your deodorant because your bitch is sweating. I'm sweating so hard right now. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know who to choose. I just wish things, honestly, y'all were saying, I wish he never did it. I wish he never did it either. I swear to you. I really wish he never did it. Like, I can't stress that enough, because it really put me in such a crappy position. Let me tell you, I was about to take you and wring him by the damn neck. Okay? He had me all sorts of messed up. 50 shades of messed up, right? To be real with you. But anyway. All right, so I like her makeup there. And I'm going to put her in like a white gown, you know, to symbolize supposed marriage or whatever the hell. I don't even care. I didn't even wear a wedding dress, so it's not even, it's irrelevant to me. But, I'm going to still put her in like a white gown. You know what I mean? Like, even though this is, or you can just put her in a white jumpsuit. Like, damn, baby girl. How you doing? But yeah, you got what I'm trying to say. Oh, this is pretty too. I kind of like the actual gown. Ooh, girl. Yes. Or this is really cute. Okay, I like this one a lot on her. I just think it's so freaking gorgeous. And I like her short hair, and I think I'm going to leave everything else out. And then I'm going to do the, I was thinking of doing a necklace, but that might be way too much. Do you get what I'm saying? Like too much there. I have another one. Oh, okay, let me show you guys something. This one here, yes, because it goes to the back like that. So gorge. Love it. And we're going to go upstairs. We're going to go up a little bit, and then I'm going to get her some like studs. I need diamond studs, just like diamond studs like this, but like pure. Well, actually, I'm kind of thinking more along the lines of this, but like more glammy, like that. If you guys know of any, shoot your girl. Not literally, okay? Shoot at your girl. Twitter. There we go. X7X. You got it. Yo, diggity. All right, guys. So I'm being really weird and being super awkward and hella nervous because I am. I'm just anticipating everything right now. But I just hope that she makes the right choice. This is so nerve-wracking. I want to know how many of you are like, so at this very moment, how many of you are like feeling anxious? Like, let me know, because whew, it is a very nerve-wracking moment. So we're about an hour past elimination time, but it's fine. I would really like to go somewhere special for this elimination. So we're going to go ahead and do that. We are actually going to do the elimination off the property. So we're going to go somewhere and do it, which is, I guess, cool. You know, we can get some cute pictures, and I feel like this is such a formal, it's a little more of a formal occasion, and there's just a lot going into it. So I think that'd be a very cool idea to do. So I think we could do this one here, which came with the, what was it? Pack? Gosh, I forgot. Romantic Gardens. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so we're going to go to that whole park or whatever, and we're going to lay it down, boo-boo. We are going to lay it down. Who are we going to choose? Oh, wait, do I go with the guy? Seriously, cute. I'm not trying to poke fun, but like Selena Gomez, I can't keep my hands to myself. Playing in my head right now. Do I go with the guy that is, well, you know what? We'll talk about it when we go to elimination round. How about that? Okay, we'll talk about it then. So where I'm going to do the choosing, where, okay? I don't know if I want to, actually, right here is a really good idea. So I'm going to have Miriam, yep, right here. Okay, so I'm going to have Miriam kind of go, and she's going to sit, and she's going to wait for the boys to come. I'm going to get them in their tuxes while we await her decision, because she's still thinking about it. I'm going to go ahead and click formal for the both of them. And I'm going to let them kind of just, not whimper, but I'm going to let them kind of do their thing for a minute. I'm going to have actually, let me see. I'm going to have Bruno toss a coin and I guess Q even, he can just go ahead and like toss a coin really quick and, kill some time while she goes ahead and solidifies her decision. It's just such a hard moment. Like seriously, it really is. Like just looking at them and seeing them here, it's tough. It's tough. It's so rough. Like, I don't know what to do. I wish you guys were here with me. Like, somebody could hold my hand because I don't know what to do. Emily. Anyway, if you know what that's from, you're amazing. But, oh my God. Who do we choose? Why do you need to be so cruel? And you over there with the blue hair. I wish you did not care. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, seriously though, girl. Oh my gosh. I'm like not trying to be silly, but like it's kind of hard not to be when you're dealing with this crap, to be honest with you. I wish this wasn't on there, the little icons, because life would be so much easier, but it's fine. We got this. Oh my God, Q. Look at Q's face right now. Seriously, just look at his face. Like, he almost knows. And then we got Bruno over here. Where is Bruno? Where is Bruno? There he is. And he's, like, smiling. He's so excited. Like, what? Okay. So now we got that out of the way. Miriam's still thinking. She's still thinking. What do we do? I mean, crap. Okay, she's got to go pee. You got to go pee, honey. This is not the time to have to go urinate. Okay, go. I'll let you go. Oh my God, you guys. I don't know what to do. I don't know who to choose. This sucks. Okay. All right. I think we're ready. Oh, God. Okay. I think we're ready. I'm like, really, girl? Don't be a drama queen. I'm like, guys, it's not that serious. And I'm over here having a freaking complex. All right. Let's get it over with. Okay. So we can move on to the next chapter of our lives. You gonna wash your hands? Good. Okay. All right, you guys. I love you. I love you all. Wish me luck. All right. Miriam Feliciano has made her decision, guys. Okay. Are you ready? Let's go ahead and have them both come to the front here. And I'm going to have Bruno stand here. And I'm going to have Q stand here. And I'm going to just go ahead and cross my pretty little fingers and hope that everything works out. So I'm going to have him kind of turn around so he's actually facing her. And then I'm going to have Bruno turn around so he's facing her as well. Please. Thank you, boo-boos. And then I'm going to have her kind of like turn so she's facing them. But she don't have to be all up in their grill, okay? Thank you. All right, guys. This is the decision, the moment we've been waiting for. Who is she going to choose? Okay. Are we going to pick somebody who really, relatively speaking, lives a pretty chill life? He has no sense of responsibility. He still lives with his parents. He doesn't really know how to do the whole adulting thing. Or do we go with a guy who has a really rough childhood, who seemingly has it all together, but clearly has some hidden skeletons in his closet? Are we going to be with a guy who could potentially, decide that the party life is mostly for him and leave when responsibility comes down to it? Or are we going to be with a guy who his jealousy lets him control and allows him to have a fit of rage? Honestly, at this point, I don't even know if we could choose any of them. And that's an option. If you don't feel like the men that are standing before you today are adequate enough to propose to and let alone be there with you for the rest of your life, then honestly, you don't have to choose any of them. But Miriam saw something in Bruno from day one. Something inside of him that just brought out this life in her that she honestly thought died. He brought out the child in her. He brought out the innocence that she had been basically bearing for so long because she had endured such abuse and such, I guess you could say negative attention from her husband. And she's been with a man who jealousy took over and rage took over, and in return he physically abused her and mentally just mind screwed her. She can't do that again, you guys. She just can't. You know, if things were different, if things were, you know, less clean cut and drawn in the sand, today's decision would have been different, honestly. But in life, she has taken the chance on the wrong one, and she's been burned. So today, you guys, she's going to go ahead and she's going to make that choice one more time to take a chance. And this time she hopes that the person that she chooses will catch her anytime she falls. Putting faith in the most unlikely source. But hopefully this time for the right person. And for that, Bruno, I choose you. Yes, she is going to choose Bruno to be her spouse, to be the one that she chooses in this game that we call life. So unfortunately for Q, Carter, she just can't get past what you did. So Bruno knows that she chose her, and as much as he wants to, love on her and just be all about that life, she's actually asking for privacy right now. It's not over, guys. So Bruno's going to go ahead and he is going to go stand down here or go sit or whatever and wait for his moment with Miriam. So Miriam's going to come over here and she's going to talk to Q. She's going to express how she feels and why she made the decision that she did. Yeah, that's what she's going to go ahead and do. So I'm going to have her come over to Q and talk to him really quick. So basically, the reason why she's not choosing him is because she can't be with somebody who feels like every time the going gets tough that their act of defense is to get physical. She's like, if you would have expressed it to me any other way, even if you would have yelled at me, even if you would have gotten in my face and showed me how truly passionate you were, Q, things probably would have been different. I have a spot in my heart for you that honestly I never thought I would have. And now that it's there, it breaks my heart to have to let you go. But I'm not going to be with somebody who thinks that being physically abusive is acceptable in any way, shape, or form for any reason. And, thank you so much for, being in this competition and showing me, how you are and your side of life. And I wish you the best of luck. I really, really do. But as terms of a relationship, I'm not willing to take that risk. So unfortunately, Q Carter, I as you know, I can't choose you. And he's like, I'm sorry for everything. I hope that he is the light to your life, the sun in your sky. And I'm so sorry that I acted that way. And I hope at the end of the day, we can at least be friends. And she's like, always, everything was amazing until that moment, Q. And I wish, again, things were different. But unfortunately, this is the path that they took. And everything happens for a reason. So Q is going to go ahead and he is going to be expelled basically out of the challenge. I mean, this is the choice. This is what happened. This is unfortunate. I wish I could leave. I could end the Bachelorette on a more happier note, but I feel like it's very unfair. I do. I feel like it's so unfair. I feel like it's unfair to Miriam. And I feel like it's unfair to, everybody who's been rooting for Q this entire time. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. The choice has been made. And, is Miriam 100% certain about Bruno? She's taking a chance. A lot of you guys said he's too much of a party dude. He's too much. He's not going to be serious. He's not going to. You know what? We'll have to see. If one thing I have learned in this challenge is not to judge a book by its cover. It is not to judge a book by its cover. So here we go, guys. This is the moment. Let's go ahead and enjoy it. So Miriam Feliciano is going to come down, and I think actually a really pretty place to do it would be right here, to be honest. And let's see. I'm gonna have Bruno do the proposing. I don't know. I just think it'd be cute. I like seeing the guy on his knee, and I don't know, whatever. Call it what you want, but I like it. So he's going to be the one almost proposing to her in a way. So he's going to come up to her, and he is going to hold her hands, I think. And he's going to tell her, how wonderful and magnificent she is and how blessed he is to have her in his life right now, which I think is so true. I mean, gosh, they are really lucky to have found each other in such such weird circumstances, because in the real world, I don't think honestly they would have looked twice at each other. And we always talk about how Bruno really isn't Miriam's type, but it's kind of how Miriam isn't Bruno's, or how Bruno isn't Miriam's type, but in all actuality, it's the same. That's how Bruno feels about Miriam. When he first saw her, he thought, oh my God, here's this stuck up prima donna, all that kind of stuff. But, he captivated her heart and she captivated his. So I'm excited to see, honestly, what is going to become of this relationship, what is going to become of, a possible, marriage if they do end up getting married. Right now, it's just the proposal. The whole marriage thing will show up later on if that is something that actually does end up happening. So let's just go ahead and let the guy do what he does. He is going to go and propose to Miss Miriam Feliciano, and he would love nothing more than to give her his last name. Ow! Oh my goodness gracious. How freaking gorgeous is this? Seriously. Have you guys ever noticed his tattoo? Hope. He has hope written on his hand because he, that's all you can ever have in life is hope. So you guys, here we are with Miriam Feliciano and Bruno. This is the end of the Bachelorette, and this is the final decision. So I want to thank you guys so much for staying with me for the last, about 20 parts or so. And I want to thank you guys so much in advance for keeping the comments cool and 100% chill. And if you guys are interested in a future Bachelor or Bachelorette, please let me know in the comments down below with any ideas that you may have. I do know that a few of you have actually suggested that we do a mixed love where we can do a bisexual bachelorette. I don't know how I would name that. So if you guys could I could do bachelorette, right? Because it goes by the person, like if they're a bachelor or bachelorette, right? So I don't know how that would work. But basically, I don't think I have to give it any sort of type of title or name. I don't think that, why should I have to do that? But I was just wondering, if I could come up with a cute little name for it. I don't know. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments down below where the sun doesn't shine. Of course, go ahead and express your opinions, thoughts, and concerns. And yeah, guys, all right, thank you so much for watching. I will see you all later. Bye.